All right, hey, good morning, everybody. Coming to you live Wednesday, May 7th, a little after 9. Hey, it finally quit raining here in Northeast PA. I think the whole Northeast part of the country's been getting it, but I fished here last Thursday, and it's rained every day since, so we finally got a dry slot. Goofy weather, though, for sure. We'll see what it has done to the fish. The water level is, again, it's up higher than when I was here Thursday. And I got water temps at 60, so last time I was here I was probably in that 55 to 57, so it has come up surprisingly with all the rain. But we'll see. We got a different condition today for sure, but not too many guys in the water. We're going to see if we can beat the rain for the afternoon. But before I go any further, bear with me. Got to say congratulations to my buddy Connor. Him and his wife Nikki welcomed twins this morning at 4:30 in the morning. Everybody's healthy and happy, albeit tired, but hey, could not happen to nicer people. So Connor, congratulations, bud, on the twins. And today my son Pete is moving out from Grove City College. My parents have run up to get him to bring him back to their house. And my middle kid Kyle will graduate this Saturday from St. Vincent College, and we will be heading back home to load both those boys up and go to commencement Saturday. So big week, great week. Connor, congrats again with the babies, and to my boys, congrats on your accomplishments as well, and safe travels to my son Jake. He's down in Florida sucking up some sun and warm, so hopefully he brings some of that home to us. So hey, we're off. We're gonna try to catch some fish. I will talk to you all very soon. All right, we got him on the spinnerbait. What do we got? Oh no, thank you, Lord. That would be your ever-present pickerel. I should know that by now. They hit different. It's almost a double hit. He hit it and I almost let him run, which was weird because usually a bass hits this, it's thumping over, but it's like a hit and then a hit and then pickerel. So maybe I got that out of my system for the day. I knew throwing a spinnerbait I might have a problem with that, but the water's really up and it's back into some of these bushes that quite honestly were not underwater last week. So kind of hoping at 60 degrees, maybe if there's any largemouth up on this end, they might have pushed back into some of this and some of these rocks. So I'm gonna try here real quick on this windy side before I start throwing the jerkbait and see what happens. But hey, one hook up, not the species we're after, but it's a start. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we do. Oh, we got him. Good smallie. Yeah, buddy. Smallie on a spinnerbait. All right. All right. Back in the weeds. I thought for sure that'd be a largemouth, but nope. Mr. Smallmouth. There you go. Proverbial skunk out. There he goes. Backflip and gone. All right. Way back in, which I really was thinking this would be largemouth type stuff. But I am throwing a spinnerbait, a little purple, a little bit of white in it, because that does tend to be a good smallie color. But there you go. Skunks out, guys. Look at that big old beaver. Holy hell, did he scare me. That thing's huge. Look at him. Holy smokes. All right, I'm missing some good spots here. I'm gonna try to keep fishing, but man, that's a big old beaver. There we go. I kept saying to myself, there has to be one here. And sure enough, there was. All right, I gotta keep fishing, guys, but there's another nice long smallmouth. Okay, again on the spinnerbait. He wasn't as deep in the weeds. He was more out here a little bit, but my God, there has to be a largemouth back in here, right? There has to be. This water's up, it's dirty. It's 58 to 60. I mean, we're pre-spawn. They got to push back in here, and I mean, I'll catch a smallmouth. Boy, I was really hoping to find a big largemouth back here. All right, we got him. I think it's a smallmouth again. Oh, it is. He's digging. Oh, that's a good one. Oh yeah, that's a really good one. Really, 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 really good one. That's a real good smallmouth. Oh yeah. That's it, guys. That's why we're back here. Look at that, another 2-pounder. What a beaut. Oh, I'm gonna hit the dock. Oh my goodness. All right, fitting the pattern, guys. I'm back in the bushes, back to the rocks, and my goodness, oh, it'll just fall right out too. Look at that. But the spinnerbait's getting it done today. Keep looking for just that one big largemouth back here, but well, I'll take a 2-pound smallie any day you want to give me one. All right, we're gonna keep trying, guys. That's a good one there. See you, pal. Thanks for coming aboard. All right, we're throwing this Berkeley double willow. It's a little smaller because the water's generally so clear here, even though today it's got a little murk, but even this place when it's murky is not what my home lake was on a good day. So we're trying back as far as I can get back in here, hitting these bushes and coming off a rock. That one came off of a bush, which is very largemouth like, even though he's not of the largemouth species. But boy, I'll take a 2-pound smallie on a spinnerbait any day of the week, guys, including today. So let's bring this one in live here off this little bush, see if there's anybody home. Nobody. All right, we're gonna get out of here before we hit this boat dock and try that back of the cove here. This guy missed it the first time. He came back for it, and we got him. We got Team Smallmouth again. Just really neat. All right, come here, pal. Yep, and a nice smallie at that. Felt a tap, wasn't there. Kept reeling, and there he is. Another quality, beautiful smallmouth. So, I'm following shallower and shallower and shallower. And I'm getting way back in here. And I keep thinking, all right, we're gonna hit him. We're gonna find that big old large bucket mouth. And I don't. The shallower I go and the tighter to the bushes I get, I keep getting smallmouth, which is just really neat. So, tickled pink, just love a spinnerbait bite. You guys know that have watched me over the years. That's my favorite bait. So with this water being a little stained and a good wind on it, it's pretty windy today. This has been really good. So we're gonna try to duplicate some of these areas here. I'm running out of water here, but we're gonna keep trying. Yeah, we got him. Got him pissed off smallmouth. Oh, look at that, huh? Again, on the spinnerbait. Beautiful, beautiful fish. There you go. Back foot going, little man. Yeah, steep. Look at this bank. I mean, it's a bluff, right? But there's so many leaves in the water from the storms, and because of the wind, they've all like congregated into rows, and they're running parallel to that shoreline I wanted to fish there. And I couldn't throw the jerkbait. I couldn't get it back clean ever. So it kind of forced me back to the spinnerbait to try to fight these leaves. And I'm hitting a little bit of timber and some rocks and stuff, but it's deep here, and where I'm floating almost 30 feet. But we're still finding them. So that was pretty, oh, here we just caught a log. Here, we'll go get that off. All right, well, we unstuck from our tree there. But I made a move to a different part of the lake. Water's a little, it's a little dirty here, not as clear as it usually is. But what's good here is I have a little bit of wind in my back and a lot less debris in the water. It was really bad. There's so much leaves and sticks. Just really couldn't cast. There wasn't much you could do. Your line and lure just got goofed up real fast. So I caught that smallie, which was awesome on the spinnerbait again. But again, what I'm seeing here is water's up tremendously. None of these trees were in water last time I was here. Water line was, ooh, there's a fish right here. What's he doing? What are you doing, fishy? Water's way up. We've just had so much rain. So it's changed a lot of things. But we found some fish today, and we're going to try to jerkbait this rock ledge here to that point over there. And then we're going to go back to the spinnerbait and see how we do. We got team. We got team very mad smallmouth. But again, oh, easy, pal. Easy, 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 easy. Good smallie. Oh, good smallie. All right, where's that son? Nice long fish. Heavy. All right. Another one on the spinnerbait. Seems to be the trick today. Back flip and gone, young man. Yeah, just trying to find different spots on the water, guys. It's been a bit of a challenge, simply because of the wind, but also water clarity. Some spots it's pretty bad. Other spots it's not too bad, and then yet others it's everything seems pretty good, but then there's so much debris in the water you can't fish. So, oh, there we go. Oh, I missed them. Oh man, I've had that happen a few times too, and I'm not sure why. Probably because they're smallmouth. I don't think the bait's too big, because I am catching the ones I catch. I'm catching, but I've missed. That was number 3, third one that's hit it that wasn't there when I set the hook, and I've had a couple follow it to the boat, which has been pretty cool. But all in all, I've done pretty well with my hookup ratio on this. Once they're hooked, they're hooked. They don't come off. But the ones that are catching it a little further in the back, like that one there, they're just not fully committed yet. But the water clarity isn't very good, and I think that's hurting these smallies a little bit. But what a great day so far. We're going to keep working. All right, guys, we're going to call it a day. Conditions have been interesting. It's windy. Wind's been blowing in awkward positions. Seems like everywhere I go, it's blowing me into shore or away from shore. I can't really get a blow that takes me down the shore that I want to work. So it's been difficult. It's been pretty wavy, but the weather certainly held out. We got some partly cloudy skies here, and it's super pretty. So we'll take a day without rain. That was awesome. But hey, what worked today? I've seen water temps from 58 as high as 62 in the spinnerbait. Double willow, smaller blades, purple, white, little chartreuse on the head of that. That seems to be a good smallie color. But yeah, I got a bunch of smallmouth on a spinnerbait. And you guys that have watched my videos in the past, especially last fall, late summer, fall, you know how I love to throw a spinnerbait. So that was a real treat today to get them on that. I got one little dink on a jerkbait, but that was it. The water was a little dirty, and where I wanted to throw the jerkbait, there was so much debris that I couldn't throw it. It just kept hanging up on leaves and floating sticks. So all in all, I'm very pleased. The water is way up from where it's been. This is my 5th trip to the lake since we've moved up here, and I don't think I'm getting worse. So that's encouraging. I seem to be holding my own. 2.5, still my best smallmouth. Hoping to best that, and certainly love that big striper I caught up here that one trip. So, hey, we're off to home. I will talk to you next week. We're going to go get the boys home from college, and we are going to enjoy some graduation festivities for Kyle. So, super fun weekend coming up. And that's it. I will talk to everybody next week when I am back on the water.